Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I have been completely silent for about an hour, just sort of laying on my back, receiving messages from Spirit. The messages and the words and the reflection are, so many people are sad right now. So many people are incredibly sad right now. There are many people who feel really empty right now. How can we pull ourselves out of darkness? How can we climb out of darkness? And one of the things that I was allowing myself to feel is sad. Like, allow those emotions to sort of just live in my body. However long it needed to this morning. And then remind myself that the sadness is connected to the ways I dishonor myself, the ways I dishonor my life. Like if I'm feeling sad, it's because I'm not feeling fulfilled in an area. I'm not feeling happy with my circumstances. I'm not content in relationship with whoever, whether it's family, whether it's intimate, whether it's platonic, whether it's business. There is something that keeps us sad, and we have to check in. I am using a brand new deck called the Ghetto Tarot. And I'm going to really be focused. What I love about this deck is that the messages that the creator of the deck, how the guidebook is written is that they use archetypes and light and darkness for messages. And so today I'm going to look at the shadow. Right? I'm going to look at the shadow. I've been doing shadow work for a very, very long time. And so this is a shadow reading. What are we afraid to touch, look at, explore, heal, fix, cure? And so let's begin. Name your dead. Bendición, mi hermano. Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune. Let's breathe. We're not in a rush. Let's breathe. Mm. The Nine of Cups. The message about the Nine of Cups is around compassion, happiness, and satisfaction. Right? So we flip it because this is a shadow reading. How are you dissatisfied? How are you not showing yourself grace and compassion right now? Why are you so unhappy right now? The shadow message is about self-indulgence and vanity. How are you consumed by misery? How are you consumed by vanity? Like, are you very selfish right now? Are you emotionally fulfilled? Are you spiritually poor? The thing here is with this Nine of Cups is that your foundation is crazy rocky right now. It's not stable. Your spiritual practice is lacking. It's inconsistent. You're you're building on sand, and the wave keeps coming and tearing down the castle that you're building. So you're building a sand castle, right? You're building it, and you're building it right by the water. And every time you put up a column, a foundation, the water comes and fucking flattens it out. Are you happy? Do you enjoy doing what you're doing? Are you answering your call? Are you living with purpose? Like, the worry here is that you can become so consumed, so obsessed, so worried about how you're going to do it that you don't do it. You just don't get to do it. I love his face though. I'm like, because the Nine of Cups, when things are flowing, right? Because remember, this is a shadow reading. The Nine of Cups is all about doing what makes us happy, being satisfied, calling forth and attracting luck. La suerte, la suerte, la suerte. And it doesn't surprise me that the next message is Wheel of Fortune. But we can't seem to find our way out of that darkness. How will you climb out of it? Listen, I can't fucking tell you how to do it. You have to find your way out. I'm not in the business of coming into your darkness and pulling you into the light when you refuse to see it. I can only divine for you so much and give you guidance and wisdom that the ancestors are sending. Like, there's all, it's coming through me, out of my body, from them to you. And if your heart doesn't receive it and your mind doesn't help you to write some actions, I don't know what else to say. If you are feeling devastated right now and completely consumed by darkness, it's because you have chosen to be in that place. And you get to do that work. That's your work. Because the Wheel of Fortune is about your life cycles. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is what? Fucking fortune, right? The Wheel of Fortune is your karma, it's your destiny, it's your, right? But this is a shadow reading. And so if we're looking at the light, then we are forward progress. We are connected to our destiny. We're not afraid of change. My dreams were about change. That's a theme, change. The Wheel of Fortune, when you're connected to that light, is about your good fortune and happiness and new conditions and your fate. But your shadow is stagnation. You're fucking stuck. You can't find your way out. You keep going back into the shadow, afraid to step into the light, afraid to show people who you are and what you possess. There's resignation here. Blocking your blessings. You're careless in your work ethic. Ooh, your lack of focus and work ethic and dedication and excellence and God, what's a word that Sarah used last week? She was talking about, somebody's work ethic was impeccable. The 4 agreements, family. Let me grab my journal. That was one of the quotes in my journal last night. I was planning. I was just in my world planning. And the message for this week in my journal was the 4 agreements. Be impeccable. 1, be impeccable with your word. 2, don't take anything personally. 3, don't make assumptions. 4, always do your best. Don Miguel Ruiz. And then the reflection underneath it is choose one of these 4 agreements to practice this week. And then at the end of the week, reflect on your experience. If I were to choose one for you, it would be impeccable with your fucking word, yo. And your word is not just your bond. Your word is everything. It's how you communicate to the universe. It's how you communicate to Egun, to the ancestors, to your spirit guides, to guardian angels, to Olofi, to Orisha, to whatever you believe in. You cannot change the circumstances of your life. However, you are being called to move forward, to honor the cycles of life. I think that was the reflection this morning. That was the meditation. I was in my body. It was like, we can't really prepare for the unknown. We can't prepare for upheaval, for the drastic change that comes, for grief, for loss, for hurt, for betrayal. You can't prepare for it, because sometimes shit just happens. So when it's unexpected and hits us like that, the only thing that we are in control of is how we respond to a certain situation. And so one of the things that I have learned and am learning is how to access the tools to pull myself out of darkness so I don't stay in it. The loss of my brother could have been a thing that paralyzed me for life. And I took that horrible experience, that incredible tragedy, and I have turned it into beautiful art. Like, I was very intentional about how I would be honoring my brother, I'm gonna leave it there. The truth of the matter is that here we have messages, 9 of Cups. We also have messages about the Wheel of Fortune. And the truth is that if we don't have the life that we desire, it's very connected to our thoughts, our actions, our behaviors, and our choices. And so the moment that you make a choice, the moment that you make a move, your circumstance will change, whether you believe that or not. On you. January 26th. Reading from Iyanla Vanzan's Act of Faith. Open quote, "It takes a deep commitment to change, an even deeper commitment to grow." End quote. Ralph Ellison. It takes a deep commitment to change and an even deeper commitment to grow. The reflection. When you know you are thinking, saying, or doing things that are unhealthy and unproductive, you must do more than know. You must be a genuine, loving support for the self to make a change. Change does not mean replacing one bad habit for another. It does not mean beating up on yourself or feeling guilty or ashamed. Change means voluntarily removing yourself from the people and environment that support you in remaining unhealthy. Change means identifying what you are doing, recognizing when you are doing it, and gently guiding yourself to do something else. Change means not making excuses for yourself, but doing exactly what you say you will do. Be impeccable with your motherfucking word. I could not have chosen this meditation if I wanted to. When you support yourself in making needed changes, you are supporting your own growth. Growth is the commitment to being, doing, and having the best. Let's rewrite that. When I know that I am thinking, saying, and doing things that are unhealthy and unproductive, I must do more than know. I must be a genuine, loving, I am choosing. When I am unhealthy and unproductive, I will choose to be genuine, loving, and supportive of myself. I am making changes that are healthy. Change in my life, does that mean that I am replacing one bad habit for another? It does not mean that I am beating myself up or feeling guilty or ashamed. Change means that I am voluntarily removing myself from the people and environment that do not support me and choose to remain unhealthy. My change means that I identify what I am doing, I recognize when I am doing it, and I gently guide myself to do something else. I am the one who decides who I allow myself to be around. I am the one that decides how I'm going to start my day. I am the one that decides whether I will respond from a place of peace or anger. I am the one that decides what it is that I'm trying to manifest in this life. My change means that I'm not making excuses for myself. I am someone who no longer makes excuses for myself. I do exactly what I say I'm here to do. I support myself in making needed changes. I support my growth. I am committed to my growth, and I'm committed to having the best. And the closing affirmation is I am growing by thoughts, words, and deeds. Ooh. Mother, Father, God, we give you thanks. We give you thanks for this meditation, for this reflection, for opening up our hearts and for letting us see ourselves more honestly. May we remember today that growth is all about the choices that we make and the changes that we are willing to experience. Today I am calling forth peace. Today I am calling forth expansion. Today I am calling forth compassion. I wish that for me. I wish that for you. Family, have an amazing day. Ache, amen, namaste, and so it is.